We're back with another video. Today we're going to continue working on the E39 540i. We have my E39 M5, we have the 540, and we have the parts card that you guys just saw in last episode. So we have almost everything we need, I believe, except for a few parts that we might have to buy. It does need some window regulators, not much else, but we have everything we need to get the front end reassembled. And again, the hood cable replaced. It's going to need that. It broke again. And other than that, we got the bumper, we got the headlight. We have another replacement grill. We're going to go ahead and replace the hood cable and some other little random things that I have and that it needs. I don't know how much we're going to get today, but we should get basically the front end assembled and start seeing how this thing's going to look complete and get this car more presentable. We're going to go ahead and get the headlight first and get this hood popped open. I believe the actual junction box broke now. The cable that we replaced is still good, but the junction box broke. So I think if we just replace the junction box, we should be good. But I'm gonna go ahead and get that open now, and we'll start assessing more. Still swollen foot. Schmetty's here. We got the fan hooked up. This headlight is not even installed. They had an actual like drywall screw holding it in. So it literally just popped right out. And it is the junction box that is broken, as you can see right here. Actually, we need that. It's for the valve cover. But this headlight, we're gonna go ahead and have Eddie start unplugging this. Eddie, go ahead and unplug that. Let him know, since someone wants me to shut the fuck up and show more.
45 minutes.
It's been longer than that. We're with a little update. Okay, I was correct. It was the junction box. I was able to verify by looking at it that the cord that was from the handle wasn't snapped, it wasn't broken. The one we replaced was good, but we kind of figured that that junction box was in very poor condition. And I was verifying when he was pulling the handle, I had my hand on the cable that goes from the junction box to the actual latches, and I could feel it through my hand that it was pulling and activating it. And there was two things that were wrong. The junction box, one, wasn't actually clipped into the firewall or the frame of the car, and it was just too loose. There wasn't enough tension on it. It was pulling it, and it was kind of wanting to activate it, but it just wasn't enough. And then another thing too is that the actual cord, that wasn't in place either, and it was just too loose. And I finally was able to realize that, and then I was able to hold the junction box in place with one hand and then hold the other cord up against the frame rail with my other hand and keep it tight. And then I was able to see and visually verify that both latches were being released. And I was gonna ghetto fix it because we didn't really want to go through that whole process. And unfortunately, the box just completely shattered. I was gonna put something through the junction box into the hole to kind of keep it there. I was gonna use a very slim bolt. The box just shattered. So we were able to go to the junkyard last time, and we got all parts of this. Good thing I told you we needed this, didn't I? Yeah, you didn't want to buy it, but I told them we needed it. I was able to pull the one cord off, and then I was also trying to struggle seeing how you pull that out because that hood latch is really tucked in there. And the way we did it at the junkyard, there was no motor in the car. So I was able to pull the fan shroud out and basically the radiator out and get that out of the way. And then we had an opening there to go under, but I was able to take this this upper fan shroud from the front. I was able to take that out of the way, and then we unbolted it, slimmed that down, was able to pull the cord out, replace it, get it through there, all that ramble, and it is now functioning and replaced. It's still not perfect because the cable that we did replace, the actual sheathing for the cord is kind of ovaled out, and it kind of peeled away, and now it's just leaving the metal sheathing before you get to the cord. So that's not really good, but it is what it is. It's fixed, it's working. As we assemble more of the car,
Time to get rid of that parts car.
no, we need more parts.
No, we don't.
We gotta take these latches again. We gotta take both those latches, and then we should take fenders. My fender is messed up, that fender has a dent in it, and this fender is pushed down and the bracket's messed up.
Okay, do I have to come today or this and that tomorrow?
Tell them, give us like an hour or two. We gotta get rid of that hunker in the street. We got too much shit going on right now. So now I'm gonna put in the headlight and then probably the front bumper if it lines up. We got the headlight somewhat in the car, spraying it down with some heavy degreaser because this headlight has been baked in the sun. You could literally see how yellow everything is falling off. It was disgusting before, and now honestly not that bad. And the problem is that it's gonna come back. It's gonna re-yellow over time. Watch, it's gonna immediately dry and get extremely hazy. But we could wet sand this a tiny bit and clear coat it, and it should be good enough. It's an 03. Both cars are 03, so the headlights are completely baked in. In order to get that off, you have to go through the whole process, and then even then, you're not supposed to take these off, so you risk breaking a lot of stuff, and it's just better to get a clear coat. Honestly, it'll be very close. This car isn't perfect paint, so it doesn't need brand new fresh headlights. It'll be very noticeable if these cars have brand new headlights and the paint's ass. So it doesn't fit perfectly over here, but without having to replace the whole fender and paint it, we're not sure exactly what route we're gonna go. We're gonna assemble everything right now. If the bumper doesn't fit because of that fender, then we have no other choice, because then there's too many things misaligned. But we'll throw the bumper on and see if we are close enough or if we have to grab the fender. We're gonna have to resume this video. My foot is so swollen and it is in so much pain. I'm supposed to go to work tomorrow, and I've been on my feet for the past 2 days. I got the tattoo 2 days ago, and he told me not to walk, wear shoes, or wear a sock, and rest with my foot in the air for 3 days. And I gotta go to work tomorrow, and he's telling me that stop being up, T, and get back to work. This is so swollen. I cannot move or walk or even let my foot touch the ground. So we're gonna resume this video ASAP as soon as I'm able to walk again and have some stability. But it's too hot out here. My foot's way too swollen, and I'm gonna have a medical emergency if I don't go in the house. So this is unfortunately it for this video. I don't think it's gonna be a full episode, but we're gonna resume when we have some time. Eddie's gonna be a gentleman and clean up for me. We're back 2 days later. I currently have some more progress on the E39 540i that we're parting out. Luckily, one of you guys told me that there was a couple things I missed, like this weather stripping. We have the fuse box panel that goes under the carpet, the light module out. I'm gonna take that, just the panel that goes under the glove box, and then I'm going to take the cluster because I want to take it apart and see how much a pain in the ass it is to actually do the pixel repair. And of course, like we mentioned, we did need these fenders, so I just took both right now. Everything is basically off the car that we are going to keep. I'm gonna do a couple more looks over and see if there's anything left. Well, I thought we were done sort of, but I accidentally ended up taking the whole front end. I was trying to get this piece over here. I didn't know if we were gonna need one of these trays because I don't remember the damage on that side. So obviously if we're taking one, might as well take both. And as I was in the process of unbolting this, I realized there was literally only 2 bolts holding in the entire front section. So literally we pulled the whole section off real quick. I was gonna take the frame rails, but literally as I was wiggling them, this whole thing was wiggling, realized it was only 2 bolts. So might as well just take everything. We'll take the aux fan, we'll have both bumper mounts and core support mounts. We'll have the hood latches, the fan shrouding, the upper mount. So it's just way easier to take the whole entire thing. Got a pile of little bolts over here. And I'll probably just take the DME too. We're calling people that are like the junk for car people. So they're literally buying this thing just to scrap it. So might as well take every single possible thing that we can and get this thing out of here. And then if things ever change, we ever need these parts again, well, they're here and we have them, and it'll be super simple. So I'm gonna continue picking away at this car and getting this junk out of here. As far as the car goes, this is pretty much how we are leaving it. I'm gonna leave the rear bumper because when I got home yesterday, there was literally a cobweb from like that bumper to like all the way right here. There was literally a cobweb stretching all the way into the street, and there was probably one of the biggest black widows I ever seen in the middle of it. I did kill the black widow, but I don't want to really get under there. I don't know how much is under there, how infested it is. So we're gonna leave it. It does have some damage, some scuffs. The trim is cracked, and it is cracked up right here, so there's really no need to take it. It's not that good of a condition. But the major damage is when you come over here to the front. My neighbors are gonna hate me seeing this thing out here. So we have both the fenders, the full front core support with the aux fan and the reinforcement bar, the bumper, and both fenders on both sides. I did take the driver's window. As far as the interior goes, it is pretty much annihilated. This is where I took the light module. We have the fuse box for under the carpet. I was gonna take the center console trim, but it's all cracked up and broken right here, so there's really no need. And that ashtray is full of actual cigarette ashes, so it's pretty disgusting. As far as the rest of the interior go, we have the cluster now. I did take the climate control and the DSC button. The rear, not in any better shape. We have all door seals and the kick plates, but there's really nothing much of value in here. I'm gonna start hitting people up and seeing, other than going through and just collecting like the bolts and some tabs, there's really nothing much in here. I don't think I'm really missing anything of value, but this is how it sits as of today. Got some good progress, got some good parts out of here, but I gotta try to get this car out of here ASAP. My neighbors are gonna hate me. They're gonna see this beautiful car in the street, and then they're gonna see this piece of shit. So I gotta get this thing out of here ASAP before they start getting mad at me. We have lovely E39 M5, and coming into the garage, we have a couple piles of parts. One of these cabin air filters are mine for the M5. I didn't put it back, but we have that. We have this pile full of parts, door seals, kick plates, the bezel, the carpet for the trunk, some interior trim pieces, outside trim pieces, a bunch of random plastic stuff, the airbox, driver's fender, front core support right here, little box full of parts. Took a little bit of everything. Over here, I did end up taking just the glass because it was hanging there. Have the other fender, and then if you come around over here, we have like a bunch of random stuff over here. Down here, the fuse box, the DME, the light module, and that's about it. We have the facelift tail lights, we have the other headlight. It's just a bunch of random stuff. It's nothing crazy, but it is what we've been waiting for and what we've been needing. We got the car successfully sold. We paid $250 for it. We took off everything that we did, and we literally got our money back. So basically everything ended up being free. The junkyard just pays for the shell, the scrap, and the drivetrain, and we didn't really touch much of that. So everything we got literally for free and got our money back. So I appreciate everyone for watching. I do apologize for the little bit of a slow video, kind of the lack of content. I had a little bit of a problem with my foot and I couldn't go on and continue. And by that time, Eddie left and I didn't have the car with me to continue working on these past couple days. But he should be back tomorrow with the car so we can get back to work, get some more work done. He ordered paint so we can paint the bumper, possibly paint the fender, and get anything else that we need to get done. But other than that, that's about it for this video. We'll be coming back very soon. We'll work on his car tomorrow. Possibly might have something interesting coming for you guys on Saturday or video this week. So stay tuned for that and we'll get more into that as well. But like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate everyone for watching. Stay tuned for more content. We'll be back very soon. Later, guys.